Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Johnson to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At the 33-yard line.
On 1st down, Howell.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They go play action with Howell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Howell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. They'll go play action. Howell. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. These two teams all tied after one. Play action. It's Howell. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. White. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. The Colts at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
On second down, it's Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, White. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now throwing on first down here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Powell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Third and long, here's Howell.
He's got it.
And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the Colts 3-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson from 3 yards out. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Commanders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's White. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. White looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
On the return, Johnson.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, Howell to throw.
Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third down, here's Gibson.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Fourth down, Howell. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So a big play there on fourth, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Gibson.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Running left, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now White. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Got a man, it's Brown. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Howell. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
White's throw caught by Pierce.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, it's White.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. White escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. To throw, White. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Montez Sweat, the 3rd-year edge rusher, had 5 sacks in 10 games in 2021, limited due to injuries, but still an impressive 21 sacks in his first 3 years in the NFL.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is caught. Touchdown. Harris Campbell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Throwing again on second down. Howell toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Flush to his right. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. He's got room at the 30, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Dancing to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now White. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
So it's